Okay, so what we have here is a snapper with a Briggs and Stratton engine. And as you can see, the throttle control is broken. So we are going to replace the throttle control with a new one. On this particular one, it has the assembly here, and then a little end right there. This one is this particular model. So let's get started. This particular one requires a T27, one of these little guys. Okay, so I've got the screws out on that side. Now I need to take them off of this side. Okay, so now we're going to take this piece off. And to do that, you just remove this little guy. It pulls off of here. And then we're going to remove this piece. And that exposes our throttle mechanism here. Let me set this aside and show you that there is a little bolt here. So we're just going to take that off. This is a 7/16 bolt. And we're just going to take it off. And one thing I want you to notice before you do this is where the cable goes and how it's attached to everything. You always want to pay attention to that before you take anything apart. So, almost got this guy off of here. There we go. Don't want to lose that washer. Okay, and I keep everything in my little magnetic bowl. They're very handy. Okay, it comes right off. And then the cable has a little clip here. So we're just going to slide it on up through that clip and remove it. Okay, then over here, we've got a little bolt right here that we need to undo so we can take this off. You can use either a flathead or you can use a wrench, whichever you prefer. Okay, so now we have our new one that we're going to install. And the first thing we want to do, this is hard to do while holding the camera, I apologize. First thing we want to do is run it back through the clip on the mower arm. Because if you don't do that first, you'll have to take it off and then clip it, and it's easier just to do it this way. So we're just gonna run that up to here where we need it. And I'm gonna pop that puppy in. Oops. Okay. I'm gonna put it in place. It's upside down. There we go. So that's where we want it to be. Now, before we clamp anything else down, we're going to take the rest of the cord and we're going to run it underneath. There we go. Run it underneath the rope so it doesn't get in the way, and then install it onto our bolt here. It fits right there. This is a manufacturer's part, so it's made for it. It fits right into place. There's no guesswork. So now we're going to get that washer and that nut and put them right back on. With that on, I threw this back on here. It just pulls on and off. We're going to take a look and see if it works. And we can see that moving. So yes, it does work. So now we're going to take this little piece that we took off of here, and we're going to put it back on, which I really need two hands for. So let me turn this off for a sec. So what you couldn't see, because I needed two hands, was that I pulled this back to where this is in the furthest back position. And then I bolted this back on. Okay, put it back in place with the screw, or the spring, inside of this, not this part. If you did that, this is way too big an opening here to clamp that. So you clamp it on here, but you want it at its furthest back point. Okay, and you do that because then when you operate it, it holds the spring in place and pushes the wire all the way forward. Otherwise, the whole cable moves, and that wouldn't work. Okay, now that that's installed, we just want to take the main cover and put it back on. First, we gotta pull this little guy back off. There we go. And we're gonna move that up so it's a little easier. Line it up in there. Line up the other side. And get our screws lined up. We're gonna screw those back into place. And then it'll be good to go. Thanks for watching.